What's up, guys? Welcome back. Corey Smith here, Core FX, bringing you the technical pre-week analysis through T3 Live. Just a quick video I do following the pre-week market analysis, in-depth analysis, just going over the major pairs, technical analysis performance last week, as well as my outlook to begin the week moving forward. To start this prior week, it's 11/5, November 5th, 2017, start of a new month. As I like to always tell people, at the end of every month, we have monthly candle closes on the charts. We have a lot of data and one candle closing on the monthly charts. So go ahead and flip through the charts that you trade. Look at the monthly candle closes. Check out how the candle closed for that month, and can give you a little bit of an idea of a higher view from above. If you have a shooting star closing on resistance on the monthly chart, and a reversal head and shoulders on the daily chart, then this could be really good confluence of signals. If you have a strong uptrend on the daily and you look at the monthly and you have a bullish engulfing off of support, off a trend line, it's a really bullish bounce in an uptrend. This could be just an extra thing to tie into your trading. So keep an eye on the monthly candle closes for October and see what you got going on in the charts there. Just a little technical tip for you guys. But starting with these technical analysis here, I'll hop into the euro dollar. As I was saying, with this pair, we had an uptrend for a long time through this whole year. We had a top with this left shoulder. We had a head formed with a mini head and shoulders within the head, and then we had a right shoulder form last week. Got into the trade on the right shoulder. Pretty far in profits here on this trade that I took on personally, but as you can see here, we broke out. This week, all we did was range in this basing pattern, but we did come up to tap and retest this neckline of the head and shoulders. This chart is really a beautiful technical chart. You can see we're also in like a beautiful channel now between this top line and the bottom, as we have now reversed the trend. It's just really, from a technical standpoint, a beautiful trend, a beautiful chart to look at. And with this week, we have this breaking down the lower time frame. We had this bear flag form. On Friday, we kind of double topped off the 50 SMA, retesting this neckline, and did break this counter trend line. We broke out of this formation, so I'm really expecting some more bearishness out of this pair. The dollar's looking bullish to me. Really just expecting this to make another lower low, possibly down to this weekly support here, and then get another bounce higher or move sideways. But overall, until anything changes technically, until this neckline's violated to the upside, going to remain bearish on the euro dollar, as that's what the technicals are showing us. Taking us over to the pound dollar, not as pretty of a story. We're still in this range we've been in since the beginning of October, and as price kind of hits either side of the range, we get a strong move off of it. So we had this strong sell-off from resistance to this range, as it looked like price could have broken higher, and we had this strong sell-off reversal off of it, and now the 20s crossed below the 50. We're in the range between 133 and 130.50. We're now on the support. It's also a weekly uptrend line, so it's a really strong level we're at right now. Really going to wait to see what price does. If price bounces higher and goes back into the range, or if we do get a rollover break lower, that would be a nice opportunity to look for some shorts here. So real key inflection point for the pound dollar, but overall, looking now to see if it can break out of the bottom of this range. If it goes higher again, I'm going to look for other charts to trade. Dollar CAD, beautiful chart here as well. We've had this uptrend now since beginning of September. We've been uptrending, and we broke out of this strong resistance, and now on Friday came back to retest it. And as you can see on the lower time frames here, we retested and bounced off this resistance. So wait and see. Again, this is a strong level. If we break below it here, then we could see either retest this trend line or a rollover. But if we see a reversal here, maybe we get a bullish engulfing here on Monday or something, we could see continued upside here out of the dollar CAD. Taking us to New Zealand dollar, US dollar, strong downtrend, made a lower high this week off of this bear rally, as I was calling for. Last week I kind of thought we might get a little bit of a rally to retest and then continue lower, but it sold off more. And then this week we did finally get this rally off of, like I was telling you guys in the prior video, the strong data out of New Zealand. But if you take it down to a lower time frame, you can see we're starting to break off this retest. We had a little bit of some bearish pressure off of there with this big bearish engulfing off of this nice resistance. So we could see this roll over to at least retest back down to this weekly support level it's on. As you can see here, very strong zone. It's going to take a lot for the price to break this, but you know, with this beautifully technically driven downtrend, we could see this continue lower. Aussie dollar, it's done pretty much exactly what I've been calling for. Came down, based a little bit here, did see a little bit of a rally to retest this level, and then sold off sharp Friday. It's back down to this low. Taking it down to a smaller time frame, you can see this low base that we're in here. The support level is holding right at around 76.4, and you can see here we've got this support being held. Also got this resistance holding here, so we're really in a bear rectangle. We'll see if price can break lower and move to the downside off this, or if we stay range bound, or if we reverse and continue higher. Those are the three options we always have, so we'll wait and see. But all in all, technical signs are telling us bearishness. Fundamentally, we're seeing bearishness from the Aussie, so we'll have to wait and see what this chart shows us. But all in all, I'd be looking for more of a short trade than a long. US dollar yen is a trade, another chart that I really like to the upside. Broke this daily trend line here a couple weeks ago, came back, retested, bounced off it, then broke this weekly trend line, now has retested it a couple times with failure to move lower. As you can see, every time the sellers come in, buyers come back. So we're in this high base under strong resistance here. As you can see, really strong resistance. Haven't been above it since really back here in February, March area. So real strong resistance we're at now. Taking it down to a smaller time frame, we are seeing an ascending triangle. We're seeing this resistance holding while we're making higher lows, and price is really consolidating, condensing up in here. Just waiting for a breakout. Again, could very easily reverse and move lower. But you can see this strong ceiling. It's just being tested and tested and tested and tested, and eventually that is going to break, whether it's now or whether it's in the future sometime. Eventually this level will break and we'll see a strong move off it. So just anticipate potentially this breaking this week and some long opportunities out of the dollar yen. Dollar Swiss, again, another strong move up, another strong upward trending move here. And we broke above this key level. If you take it to the weekly chart, you can see this is a pretty strong level here, going back pretty far, that we have broken up above, and it has been sitting here basing up above it now. We're a little overbought, a little overextended, but still all we can be is bullish on a technical chart like this. Bring it to the 4 hour, you can see the same kind of setup. We have the ceiling holding here, and we have higher lows being made underneath of it. Ascending triangle, bullish pattern if we get a break to the high. So keep an eye on this chart as well, as we could see potential more bullishness. Again, a lot of this is based off the dollar's strength, and that dollar Dixie chart with the inverse head and shoulder retest base formation now that could continue higher. That could easily fail and reverse and see a weak dollar, which would invalidate all of these uptrend potential breakouts that we have here. But this is an odds game, and we want probability to be at our side as often as we can. So that is why we look to have a bias going into the week. Have an idea of what we want to look to make trades on, but be ready to quickly adapt if the markets change and tell us something different with price action. So just giving you guys an idea of what to keep an eye on. None of this recommendation to trade any of this, just giving you guys my opinion and my perspective of the markets. So that covers the majors. Switch over to a couple pairs that I kind of like. Other than that, as you can see with this Euro Yen chart, we had a really nice M formation, double top here, and this strong uptrend line was broken, retested. We had this nice bearish engulfing, no wick candle, very strong seller dominant candle here off of this retest, which is also a pretty decent zone on a smaller time frame. But you can see here it really is pretty nice potential reversal. Again, we're still trading above the SMAs. We're in an uptrend until this neckline of the double top, and this really strong support's broken. Really can't say that there's any kind of different trend we're seeing. No new lower low was set. We're having a lower high set here, but until this low is broken, I wouldn't be looking for shorts. But this is a great chart to watch. We could see something fold out like here, come back up to retest with a roll over to the downside. Potentially, just something to keep an eye on, but I do like the early looks of this chart and what we're looking at here. Another chart I like with the New Zealand yen, we have price broke this weekly trend line. As you can see, it's been respected for a long time, making a series of lower lows, lower high, lower low, lower high. If you use Elliott wave, we have wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, ready for a wave 5 down now to set a new lower low. We have price come up, hit the 20 SMA, hit this broken resistance, this broken trend line now acting as resistance, broke this support, now turned resistance as well. A little bit of a supply zone up here. If we throw a Fibonacci tool out here, bet you we come up with something here as well. As you can see, we got a 50% fib rejection, all lining up in the same spot. So this is looking pretty bearish to me as well. Be looking to make some sells in this as we're in a nice downtrend and we're having some good technical setups on the daily chart. So another chart that I really like here is the New Zealand yen. And one more chart I'll cover for you guys is going to be the New Zealand Swiss franc. Similar, very similar setup. We have a strong weekly trend line that was broken. If this chart ever loads back, strong weekly trend line that was broken. Price tapped this 50 SMA, tapped this trend line, tapped this strong daily resistance. We had a doji candle followed by a shooting star, tweezer top off this area. Very, very, very bearish price action. And we have a series of lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. Could be the fifth leg as well here of another lower low to the downside, giving us a nice bearish move here. So just something, again, another chart to keep an eye on. A little bit of a channel we've got going on here. So just keep an eye on some of these setups. Nice trends, nice levels broken, retested, ready to roll over and continue the trend. So keep an eye on these guys, and we'll see what the week here has to bring us. I'll continue making these videos for you guys, so I thank you very much for your time and feedback, and I really love making these videos for you guys. It takes a lot of time, a lot goes into them, but really do enjoy making them. So please give me some feedback and tell me how you like them. Subscribe to T3's page so you can get notified whenever these are released, and check out some of the other content they have on there. Great stuff going on here, guys. Core Effects, check me out as well, Corey Smith, and I'll see you guys next week. Appreciate it.